was so many men.
The 442 was the most decorated unit for its size in the United States Army, wasn't it?
It always hurts to see words wiped out by the censors. What they leave in.
Mary, were you ever afraid that Bill might not make it back alive?
I accept the will of God.
Even though you accept the will of God, even though your father was killed by the FBI.
God will take care of me and Bill.
Yeah, but were you ever afraid that each letter might be his last?
I know one thing. Bill is my destiny, and I am his.
Dear Mary, telling 24 hours a day. What a racket. Whenever shells start falling, you find everyone digging. No foxholes deep enough. The other night, I went out online to have a look around. It's quiet. About halfway back, I got caught in an artillery barrage. I can hear the first shell coming, so I dove headlong into the ditch.
I was really scared out there in the open by the artillery.
The shell landed 20 feet away. I started out again, and again dove into the ditch. In and out, in and out, in and out. More than a dozen times we finally made it back to my company. I wasn't so scared after the first shell, but it was quite an experience.
I'll pass as your comrade. No one will ever know. Won't you let me go with you?
No, my love, no.
We know not just how seriously a casualty can mean. We know not what you've undergone. We know not what you've seen.
We do know that as you pushed onward in the fray, something unforeseen came and stopped you on the way.
We hope that you're recovering, or better still, you're well. And someday we'd like to hear what now. We cannot tell.
This note is simply sent to say we're still here for you, and our mutual faith will see your injuries through.
May you soon be back to those who worry over your state. Remember, too, you're in our thoughts, although this note is late.
We're praying for the day when shell and fire shall cease, and you'll be within the realms of love, joy, and peace.
Signed, ever lovingly, ever rootingly,
the Crusaders.
I feel a little guilty lying here in the comparative safety and comfort of this hospital, but up there on the front, my friends and buddies are sacrificing their lives. They sent me back to Strict Journal for further treatment on my wounds. Not much of an injury, so please don't worry. Considering what I went through, I'm lucky to be back. I lost a lot of good friends. Pretty rough at the front. I'm sorry I have to leave so soon. We can't help but give our all when we think of your folks back home. So many will be coming back. I only hope they didn't die in vain.
Our hats are off to you, boys.
But just our hats.
Pacific Citizen Nisei in Uniform by Mary Nakahara. December 22nd, 1944. I believe it was Canon Westcott who said, "Occasions do not make heroes or cowards. They simply unveil them to the eyes of men, silently or imperceptibly, as they wake or sleep. They grow strong or weak. And at last, some crisis shows to others what they have become." Today's column brings you more letters from the front. The first is from our very own Crusader, Chaplain George Aki.
Dear Crusaders, you've been a big factor in bringing internees and the soldiers closer together. That is a great historic achievement. Truthfully, my own work here feels less successful. The problems I face are tremendous, but I've been forced to grip reality by the horns and try to deal with it practically and constructively. I feel as if I'm coming out of my childhood. Mary, I'm passing on letters I received from good but troubled Nisei soldiers. They give you permission to print them in your Pacific Citizen column.
Dear Chaplain, living in the jungles of the South Pacific is like living in a Turkish steam bath. Clothes don't dry for a week. Rats get into everything, and they bite us all the time. Lizards and crickets crawling into bed with you? Oh, very common. One fella even pulled a snake out of his duffel bag. They all say, if the Japs don't get you, the jungle will.
More than anything in the world, we want to go home, but what home? What do we have to get back to when we go home, headed home from the war, weary and poor? Sometimes I get to thinking, what are we fighting for? For people who are against their own soldiers? And just the other day, we ran into some American soldiers who asked us, what's it like being prisoners of war in the United States? And we're in the same uniform. Well, that's to be excused. Over 750,000 American soldiers came for your right.
But to be fair, I've been quite happy with the officers over here. They're men of higher character and intellect, and they treat us the same as themselves and fully realize why we're here.
But even though I'm in this remote outpost, I still have faith in the people of America, that they'll try to understand and realize their situations. I'm going to fight till the end. Then we'll have a foolproof case to present to the American people.
White coral bells upon a slender stalk, lily of the valley, deck my garden walk. Oh, don't you wish that you could hear them ring? That will happen only when the fairy sings.
Happy Easter. Shelling still? Spring has sprung, so we take our pen to egg you on once again.
Stop a while and get your fill of corny crumbs from chicks you miss.
Who are sending you a postal kiss.
Mwah. Yes, it's us again, fluttering like a bunch of hens to cackle back springing answers to some of your more enigmatic questions.
We are here to respond to your fascinating ideas. One serviceman asked,
Do you kiss strange men?
And we wrote back, we don't kiss strange men. We wait till they get familiar. And you replied,
I do kiss strange women. It's a handy way to get familiar.
But don't forget, familiarity that doesn't breed contempt can breed children.
another said,
I believe Mormonism should be practiced.
No,
Thank
nothing.
you.
Oh, and one well-meaning GI sent us this poetic version of a woman from a boxing magazine.
She's an angel in truth, a demon in fiction. A woman's the greatest of all contradictions.
She's afraid of a cockroach. She'll scream at a mouse. She'll tackle a husband as big as a house.
She'll take him for better, she'll take him for worse. She'll split his head open and then be his nurse.
And if he's well and get out of bed, she'll pick up a teapot and throw it at his head.
She's faithful, deceitful, keen-sighted, and blind. She's crafty, she's simple, she's cruel, but she's kind.
She'll lift a man up, she'll cast a man down. She'll call him her king, but make him her clown.
Fancy she's this, but you find she's that. She'll play like a kitten, but bite like a cat.
In the morning she does.
In the evening, she don't.
But she won't. And you're hoping each always she will.
But she won't.
Civilians now calls upon Mr. William Kochiyama.
On May 6th, 1942, 4 days before my 21st birthday, I was herded into the Tanford Assembly Center, along with 8,000 other Japanese Americans. We were met by soldiers pointing their bayonets straight at us. I screamed every obscenity I knew, daring them to shoot. 6 months later, we were relocated to a camp in Topaz, Utah, in the middle of a salt desert.
Mr. Kochiyama, you were awarded a Silver Star, were you not?
Yes, sir. Every man in the Gopher Brook 442nd received the Silver Star citation. I happen to have it right here. Would you like me to read it to you? For rescuing the Texas Lost Battalion when it was surrounded by the enemy in the Vosges Mountains in northeastern France. We were sent in to rescue the Lost Battalion. The Texas unit had been separated from our front lines. They had been ambushed by the Germans in the woods on those hills. It took 4 days of fighting in the most treacherous conditions of wartime. we got to 211 Texans out. And we lost more than 1,000 of our own men.
Thank you, Mr. Kochiyama.
You're welcome.